Okay, this is divorce update conversation with the nurse from September 2024. So I run into the nurse again. She says to me, "Are you divorced yet?" I said, "No." She says, "Do you have a girlfriend?" I said, "No." She says, "Did you do the dating apps?" I said, "No." And then she says to me, "You said your wife said you could have a girlfriend. Why don't you go do the dating apps?" I said, "Me, I don't want to." She said, "Well then, you know you can't date anyone from the hospital." I said, "I know." And she says, "Well, where else are you going to find a woman?" I said, "Me, I wish I was in high school and I could just go to a party and talk to women and, meet one. And there used to be a community of feast days and people knew each other. Nowadays, there's no community. I literally don't know any women, not a single available woman, not one. And even though I love women, I really don't want to be chasing them around and searching for one. It's so time consuming. And there's nothing special about me in a public place that attracts women. By appearances, I'm just average looking. But when people actually really know me, then I'm very impressive. But that takes time. In real life, men and women are very segregated from each other. It's such an ordeal to meet women. I have to do all these things I don't want to do. I'm busy. I want to do research. I want to write books. That's what I'm interested in doing. If I spend all my time on a dating app or searching for a woman, I'll have to stop working on my YouTube channel. I'll have to stop writing for months. I don't want to do that, and I don't even really want to move. The nurse, "Well, did you at least get a phone?" Me, "No." "Well, then how could you date a woman," she says, "if you don't have a phone?" And I'm like, "Well, I'd be willing to get a phone, but I don't really want to." One of the reasons why I'm so good at writing books, I'm so smart, is because I'm always thinking. A phone is so distracting. It pulls you into the moment and all these trivialities. I think phones make people stupid. Nurse, "Well, what do you even want a woman for? Just for sex?" Me, "Well, the main thing I like a woman for is for her to be like a landlord, to manage the property, to pay the bills, to do all the mundane stuff, to cook, to clean. That's like all a woman could do for me creatively. I don't want to waste any of my time doing that stuff." Well, nurse, "Well, you'd have to give her money." Of course. Nurse, "Well, your wife already does all that stuff." Me. And the nurse, "Well, why don't you reconcile with her and have sex with her?" Well, me, I don't think she wants to. I think she's the one who wants the divorce. I don't really want her in a romantic way anymore. It was by choice. We haven't slept together in 10 years. I tried many times to talk to her about becoming a vegan to lose the weight. Nurse, "Well, if you do go out with a woman, you are going to have to take her out. You're going to have to spend time with her, spend money on her, and talk to her on the phone and stuff like that." Me, "Well, I guess so. I could watch movies with her and then talk to her about the movies. It's fun to talk to a woman about social stuff because they think different than a man does. But it takes so long to figure out a woman. It takes an effort to have a relationship with a woman. With a man, I could look at a man, I can understand him in 2 minutes. I know everything about the guy. How smart he is, how stupid, how nice, how honest. Is he a friend? Is he an enemy? Everything's pretty obvious with a man. I go with a woman, it could take like a year to figure out a woman. I like having a woman, but I don't like trying to find one. I wish I knew more women, and there was one I liked talking to who was attractive, and I could just pick her. Nurse, "Ha! You are never going to find a woman to talk to. No woman is going to want to talk about all your nerdy intellectual stuff. That's not going to happen. They're just going to want to take your money, and you'd be better off reconciling with your wife. And the natural progression of marriage anyways is to start as lovers and then to just mostly become friends." Me, "Well, right now, I'll just go with the status quo. If we really do get divorced, then I got to move out and get a phone. I don't want to move. I don't have anywhere to go. I have thousands of books. I don't want to spend the next couple months just packing and unpacking boxes of books to move to some stupid apartment."